next exercise I'd like to talk about is called a shifting drill. Shifting is a major technique that all bass players need to be able to execute perfectly, because we'll shift from one end of the instrument to the other and back, and it has to be seamless without sounding like we're changing position. So what I'd like to do first is just demonstrate the shifting drill. It goes like this. I'll play it up to normal speed, and then we'll slow it down and break it down. It's like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Okay, so that's in a nutshell, that's the shifting drill. Now, just a couple of things. Notice we start on an open string, play first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Now, the shift comes when we go from fourth finger here to putting our first finger on the 5th fret. Now, that has to sound as seamless, this has to sound as seamless as if we went. You get that? Okay, good. So, here's what we don't want. We don't want this. You see, we don't want that breath or that big pause in there. This has to be just sound like just one big. You know what I mean? It has to be smooth as we can make it. That's the big thing. Now, the other thing is that we don't want a whole bunch of wasted motion in the left hand. Again, like the last drill and all the rest of them, we're going to try to eliminate as much wasted motion as possible. And so I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that business. I see a lot of guys play like this. Playing the bass is not like playing a keyboard where you press and you lift. You see what I mean? It's not like pressing down and then lifting up. Or if you do lift up, it's lifting up no more than necessary. So watch this. I'm going to play open next to the fret. Second finger. Now notice my first finger moved just a hair. Third finger comes down. That adjusts this a little bit. Fourth finger. Now my finger really hasn't left the strings. It's just moved up. Now I'm going to take that first finger, slide it there. I'm perpendicular to the fret. Okay, now I'm going to move quickly, put it there. Okay, now watch. Ascending. Open. Okay, shift. Set them down. Okay, now I don't have to lift them up until it's time to shift. Shift, lay them down. One more time, quickly. Shift. Shift, set them down, leave them down. Okay, now watch. Now we do not repeat the top note, this G at the octave. Okay, when I get up here, I'm going to leave these down. I don't have to pick them up. Now all I got to do is pick them up. And on the way back down, now I'm going to take my fourth finger and put it here and set them down. So what I'm not going to do on the way back is this. You see what I'm talking about? So on the way back descending, we're going to shift and then set them all down. Next to the fret, shift, set them all down. Okay, now, notice down here where the frets are farther apart, I set them all down. I'm next to the fret with the little finger. I'm right on the fret. I'm not quite there, but to get there, now I just make that little sideways adjustment. See what I'm talking about? Okay. From the top, descending. Shift, set them all down. Shift, set them all down. In context, we'll do it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. open, shift, set them down. Okay, that's the shifting drill. Now, what you want to do is do this on every string. Okay, do it all the way down and all the way back up. Here's how I would do it in context in my own personal practice, like this. I'll do it twice as fast. You practice it slow until you can do it accurately with your hand staying down next to the fret, smooth shifts and all. I'm going to speed it up just for demonstration purposes, but I'll go all the way down and all the way back up. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. D string. E string. A string. D string. G string. Okay, that's the whole baby, top to bottom, or you can make up your own variations in that, but make sure you do it. Keep your hands down, smooth shift, light touch on the right hand, thumb muting. You can also do these legato or staccato. There you go. There's the shifting drill.